fantastically fast meet, very exciting, and again, more to come. At this time, ladies and gentlemen, I'd ask that you all please rise for this evening's singing of our national anthem, tonight performed by Dennis Jones, retired naval officer and local actor here in Indianapolis. Dennis Jones always does an amazing job with the national anthem. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the award presentation from last evening's women's 400 freestyle relay. In eighth place from Michigan Lakeshore Aquatics, their A relay, Ellie Todd, Grace Albrecht, Rosalie Springer, and Madison Ensing. In second place, Fisher's Swimming Tigers A, Julie Mischler, Avery Stein, Emma Schumacher, and Emily Wolf. And the 2024 Spring Speedo Sectional Champions in the Women's 400 Freestyle Relay, Carmel Swim Club's A Relay, Alexander Shackle, Kayla Hahn, Lindsey Bowen, and Molly Sweeney at a time of 3:47.71. Congratulations, ladies. Looking good up there. Our next award presentation in the men's 400 freestyle relay. In third place, last evening's men's 400 freestyle relay, Scarlet Aquatics A, Richard Poplowski, Eric Lee, Frankie Prekop, and Barack Adlaglu. Second place, Mason Manaray's A relay, Robert Karolf, Brady Campbell, Jarrett Payne, and Jason Zhao. And the 2024 Spring Speedo Sectional Champions in the men's 400 freestyle relay, Carmel Swim Club A, Michael Gorey, Ethan Zhang, Andrew Shackle, and Greg Enoch, in a time 3:28.34. Our next award presentation in the women's 200 freestyle relay from earlier today. In third place, Carmel Swim Club A, Grace Doherty, Kayla Barr, Aubrey Simmons, and Ellie Clark. In second place, Michigan Lakeshore Aquatics A, Emma Albrecht, Cameron Seegers, Madison Ensing, and Grace Albrecht. And the 2024 Spring Speedo Sectional Champions in the women's 200 freestyle relay. They did it, setting a new meet record with their swim of a 1:45.24. Fishers Area Swimming Tigers A, Julie Mishler, Avery Stein, Claire Francis, and Emily Wolf. Thank you, ladies. Just about 3 minutes away from getting started here this evening. Coaches, don't forget, if you have swimmers that earn medals 4th through 8 in any of the events, you can pick up those medals for your swimmers in the West Control Room at any time during the meet. Don't wait till the last minute. Start to take the first haul of medals home with you this evening. Stop by the West Control Room, coaches. Pick up the 4th place through 8th place medals that your swimmers have earned. All right, anticipation builds as we get ready for our first heat of the evening. Tonight we're going to see competition in the 100 backstroke, 400 free, 100 breaststroke, 200 butterfly, and we'll wrap up the evening with the 800 freestyle relay for men. 1 minute away from getting started. 1 minute. C final heat now in the women's 100 backstroke. Off and running this evening. C final heat of the women's 100 backstroke. Lane 1 for Southeastern Swim Club. Haynes. 2 for Mason Manor Race Fairbanks. 3 for Michigan Lakeshore Springer. 4 for Michigan Lakeshore Ackerman. 5 for Fort Wayne Burrow. 6 for Michigan Lakeshore Baldwin. 7 for Southeastern Swim Club Crawford. And lane 8 for Trojan Aquatic Owens. Turning first at the 50. Addison Burrow, Fort Wayne Swim Team, 31.51. With Grace Ackerman. Turning second, Michigan Lakeshore in lane 4. And touching first in the C final out of lane 6, Mackenzie Baldwin. Michigan Lakeshore Aquatics in a time of 105.10. Into the B final now. Here at the B final, lane 1 for Carmel Swim Club, Kayla Barr. 2 for Lakeside Swim Team, Kate Brager. 3 for Mooresville Area Swim Team, Lila Theriak. 4 for Michigan Lakeshore Aquatics, Grace Albrecht. 5 for Boilermaker Aquatics, Maris Emmert. 6 for Carmel Swim Club, Aubrey Simmons. 7 for Zionsville, Molly Simmons. And in lane 8 for Michigan Lakeshore, Cameron Seegers. $50 turn here in the B final. Lane 5, Maris Emmert, Boilermaker. 30.40. Grace Albrecht. Second at the 50. Maris Emmert from Boilermaker. Out in front all the way into the wall here in the B final. Her time, 103.25. Ready now to bring out our first A final heat of the evening. That the women's 100 backstroke. In swimming in lane 1 from Carmel Swim Club will be Grace Doherty. Lane 2 for Carmel Swim Club, Ellie Clark. 3 for Northwestern University, Justine Murdoch. Lane 4 for Lakeside Swim Team, Charlotte Crush. Lane 5 for Fast Tigers, Julie Mishler. Lane 6 for Ohio State University, Mackenzie DeWitt. Lane 7 for Indiana University, Jessica Chang. And in lane 8 for Mason Manor Race, Maya Schweigert in the A final of the women's 100 backstroke. Underway with the A final. Meet record of this event, 59.74 by Reagan Smith of Riptide in 2017. And the Olympic trial cut time, 101.89. Charlotte Crush swam a preliminary time this morning, quicker than the Olympic trial cut time, and just a fraction off the meet record. Charlotte was out at a 29.56 at the 50 this morning. Let's see where she's at the 50 tonight. 29.13, quicker than this morning. We could be seeing our first meet record of the evening here in the women's 100 backstroke. Make some noise to get her home. Charlotte Crush. Julie Mishler of Fast in lane 5. She's had a meet record in this event. Not in this event, but at this championship. Charlotte Crush into the wall. The record 59.74 in Charlotte in a time of 1:00.48. And ladies and gentlemen, we now bring out our first para swimmer heat of the evening. That in the women's 100 backstroke with Piper Sadowski from Grand Rapids Aquatics. She'll be swimming in lane 4. And also in this heat, Timothy Donan Jr. from Atlanta Swimming. There he is out there. Piper Sadowski, Grand Rapids Aquatics in lane 4. Lane 5, Timothy Donan Jr. from Atlantis. And we got Timothy turn first in lane 5, 37.61. Piper 38.09 at the 50. Timothy Donan coming in just ahead of Piper. Timothy's time, 1:17.26. Piper on the wall in a time of 1:18.14. Now the D final, the women's 100 backstroke. Lane 1 for Fast Tigers, Hannon. 2 for Irish Aquatics, Barnes. 3 for Fort Wayne Swim Team, Fetters. 4 for Central Ohio Aquatics, Espy. 5 for Doodle and Loeffner. 6 for Newburgh Sea Creatures, Carlisle. 7 for Central Ohio Aquatics, Goodrich. And an 8 for Irish Aquatics, Marion. Turn in first at the 50. Adeline Espy, Central Ohio Aquatics, 31.91. Head of Caitlin Fetters, Fort Wayne Swim Team, lane 3. And touching first out of lane 2, Molly Barnes of Irish Aquatics, 105.38. A few birthdays we'd like to recognize here this evening. Owen Lindsay of Summit City Aquatics, 18 years old. Isaac Fleeg of Fast, 19 years old. And Zach Armstrong, 18 years old today from Fast. Happy birthday. All right, award presentations now in the 100 backstroke. First award presentation, the 100 backstroke for women. In third place from Fishers Area Swimming Tigers, Julie Mishler. Second place for Northwestern University Swim Team, Justine Murdoch. And the 2024 Spring Speedo Sectional Champion of the Women's 100 back from Lakeside Swim Team, Charlotte Crush, in a time of 1:00.48. Your top 2 swimmers there in their finals swim this evening, bringing it in faster than the Olympic trial cut time in the women's 50 backstroke. Nice job, ladies. Next, the award presentation for our Paris swimmer event in the women's 100 backstroke. And here she comes. Okay. And your champion here in the women's 100 backstroke from Grand Rapids Aquatics, Piper Sadowski. And now the award presentation in the men's 100 backstroke, the para division. As they come on out. And your champion this evening from Atlanta Swimming, Timothy Donan Jr. in a time of 1:17.26. Congratulations. And now the C final heat of the men's 100 backstroke. Lane 1 for Scarlet Aquatics Pre-Cop, 2 for Carmel Swim Club Cop, 3 for Greater Toledo Harmon, 4 for Mako Swimming, Burt, 5 for Byron Center, Merkel, 6 for Zionsville, Matthijs, 7 for Lake Erie Silver Dolphins, Hector, and 8 for Carmel Allen. .50 turn out in front is Cooper Burt from Mako. 28.07 had a Landon Harmon Greater Toledo Aquatic. Turned into 28.30. Cooper Burt from Mako here in lane 4. Pretty good lead in the C final heat. Brings it into the wall, and Burt 57.69. B final now in the men's 100 backstroke. Lane 1 for Indiana University, Patel. 2 for Newburgh Sea Creatures, Cannon. 3 for U-Indy, Rossi. 4 for Indiana University, McKenzie. 5 for Utica, Shelby, Sharnstrom. 6 for Atlanta Swimming, Renovian. 7 for Indiana University, Graham. And in lane 8 for Spartan Aquatic Club, Lewis. Out front on this B final at the 50, Mattia Rossi, U-Indy, turning in at 27.66, ahead of Seth Cannon and Newburgh Sea Creatures, lane 2. Lane 6, Elliott Renovian, Atlanta Swimming as they come into the wall. They reach, but on the wall first is Colin McKenzie, Indiana University, with a big kick and a reach there at the end. His time, 57.42. Now bringing out the A final heat in the men's 100 backstroke. Swimming in lane 1 for Club Wolverines, Samuel Campbell. In lane 2 for Lakeside Swim Team, Thomas Mercer. Lane 3 for Center Grove Aquatic Club, Henry Linus. Lane 4 for Lakeside Swim Team, John Crush. Lane 5 for Scarlet Aquatics, Eric Lee. Lane 6 for Indiana University, William Rachis. 7 for Indiana Swim Club, David Kovacs. And in lane 8 for Mason Manarays, Jarrett Payne in the A final of the men's 100 back. Meet record of this event, 53:30 by David Plummer of Cincinnati Aquatic, 2009. And the Olympic trial cut, 55.69. John Crush from Lakeside swam faster than the trial cut time this morning. Crush at the 50 this morning, went out in a 26.86. And tonight, 26.79, faster than this morning. Harry Linus, Center Grove, lane 3. Second position, And third at the 50, William races from Indiana University in lane 6. John Crush of Lakeside. Under the backstroke flags, into the wall, and Crush with a time this evening, 55.57, faster than this morning. D final in the men's 100 back. D final underway. Lane 1 for Club Wolverine, McKelvey. 2 for Carmel Swim Club, Carter Hadley. 3 for Scarlet Aquatics, Kim. 4 for Central Ohio, Wu. 5 for Scarlet, Anand. 6 for Riptide, Current. 7 for Summit City Aquatics, Pyle. And 8 for Carmel Swim Club, Corey Hahn. Out in front at the 50, Alex Wu, Central Ohio, turned it at 28.48. Ahead of Current of Riptide in lane 6. Oh, it gets close here, coming down to the finish. Into the wall they come. Curran with a blast right there at the end. And William Patrick Curran from Riptide just accelerates right there at the finish, under the flags and into the wall. His time, 58.85. And award presentation now in the men's 100 backstroke. In third place from Center Grove Aquatic Club, Henry Linus. Placing second from Indiana University, William Rachis. And the 2024 Spring Speedo Sectional Champion and the men's 100 backstroke from Lakeside Swim Team, John Crush, in a time of 55.57. C final coming up now in the women's 400 freestyle. Lane 1 for Indiana Swim Club, Harper Eakin in this C final. Lane 2 for Mason Manor-Rays, Dana Fairbanks. 3 for Carmel Swim Club, Sabrina Ledwith. Lane 4 for Mason Manor-Rays, Isabella Tepley. Lane 5 for Club Wolverine, Adrian Shadler. Lane 6 for Concord Swim Club, Catherine Brenneman. 7 for Mason Manor-Rays, Taylor Bucker. Lane 8 for Pohana Swim Team, Olivia Kroc. Adrian turns at the 100 here, lane 5, 101.73. Ahead of Tepley from Mason Manarays, 102.77. Halfway here through this 400, Shuttler out front, 208.69. Still Tepley, second in lane 4. And third, Bacher from Mason Manarays in lane 7, third. It's been Adrian Shuttler all day as she turns 100 to go. Bacher now in second, lane 7 as she turns 3:18.39. Tepley in third, Fairbanks for Mason Manarays in lane 2. Race gets close here at the end. Coming up quick, Taylor Bacher, Mason Manarays in lane 7 to challenge. But it's going to be Adrian Shuttler in the C final heat from Club Wolverine, 4:23.04. B final in the women's 400 free. Swimming in lane 1 of this B final from Fast Tigers, Grace Parsons, 2 for Zionsville Swim Club, Ava Metzger, 3 for Fast Tigers, Emma Schumacher, 4 for Indiana University, Catherine Carson, 5 for Scarlet Aquatics, Grace Lee, 6 for Carmel Swim Club, Addison Zernecki, 7 swimming unattached Oli, Allison Vasilikos, and in lane 8 for North Suburban Aquatic Club, Ellie Bina. Catherine Carson, Indiana University, leading the B final to the first 100-meter turn, 1:02.70. Second, Vasilikos in lane 7. And third in lane 8 is Elibina. .200-meter mark here for Catherine Carson. 2:08.83. Second now, lane 5, Grace Lee, Scarlet Aquatics, 2:10.60. And third is Elibina, North Suburban Aquatic Club in lane 8. .100 meters to go for Catherine Carson. She turns in a 3:16.45. Lee still second in lane 5. Third, Stelbina. And fourth is Addison Zernecki of Carmel, lane 6. Race closes up here at the end. And at the end, Grace Lee from Scarlet Aquatic, time of 4:22.86. As we're ready now to parade out the A final heat of the women's 400 freestyle, here they come. In lane 1, from Carmel Swim Club, it's going to be Alexandra Ward. Lane 2, swimming unattached, Miami University, Greta Kolbeck. Lane 3 for Scarlet Aquatics, Chloe Kim. Lane 4 for Carmel Swim Club, Kayla Hahn. Lane 5 for Scarlet Aquatics, Kate Hurst. Lane 6 for Carmel Swim Club, Alyssa Street. Lane 7 for Scarlet Aquatics, Kathleen Torreno. And in lane 8 for Scarlet Aquatics, Iris Kim. Your A finalist in the women's 400 freestyle. Meet record of the women's 400 free, 4:08.87. Swum in 2019 by Kirsten Metz of Boilermaker Aquatic. 4:08.87, and the Olympic trial cut time in this event, 4:15.49. Kayla Hahn, lane 4, swam faster than the Olympic trial cut time with her preliminary swim of this morning. Kayla Hahn turns at the 100, 1:00.46. Kate Hurst, Scarlet Aquatic, second in lane 5. .200 turn coming up for Kayla. This morning she was a 2:05.32. Turns tonight 2:04.15. And Kate Hurst still second. She turns at a 2:05.29. And third is Alyssa Street from Carmel in lane 6. Kayla Hahn considerably quicker than this morning. She turns right now 3:07.10. She was a 3:10.74, so about 3 seconds faster than where she was at the 300 in her morning swim. Kayla Hahn's going to come into the wall. She's going to touch in a time of 4:10.10. Kate Hurst coming in from Scarlet. She touches in a time 4:14.44. That's quicker than the Olympic trial cut time for Kate Hurst of Scarlet Aquatic. D final in the women's 400 free. Lane 1 of this D final heat from Westfield Aquatics, Catherine Cassidy. 2 for Mason Manta Rays. Julia Schaefer. 3 for Carmel Swim Club, Marin Sims. 4 for Michigan Lakeshore Aquatics, Madison Ensing. 5 for Upper Arlington Swim Club, Kira Powers. 6 for Fast Tigers, Isabel Hoyk. 7 for Carmel Swim Club, Sophia Floyd. And 8 for Club Wolverine is Aoife Harkin. Madison Ensing at the 100. 102.82. Second at lane 7, Sophia Floyd, Carmel Swim Club, as she turns 103.18. And Marin Sims at Carmel, third in lane 3. Pretty close race here at the halfway mark, with Ensing still out front. Floyd, lane 7, second. Schaefer of the Mason Manor Rays, third in lane 2. Got a couple challenges for the lead coming up over in lane 2. Julia Schaefer, she is in front coming into the 300 turn. Schaefer turns at the 300, 321.27. Ahead of Ensing in lane 4. Floyd third in lane 7. And fourth, Harkin in lane 8. Julia Schaefer from Mason Manor Race in lane 2, pulling away from the rest of the D final heat as she turns around at the 350, 355.64. Ahead of Ensing lane 4, 357.19. And here in the D final, it's going to be Julia Schaefer of Mason Manor Race, lane 2. Her time, 429.92. Award presentation now in women's 400 freestyle. In third place this evening in the women's 400 free, from Carmel Swim Club, Alyssa Streets. Second place from Scarlet Aquatics, Kate Hurst. And the 2024 Spring Speedo Sectional Champion of the Women's 400 Freestyle from Carmel Swim Club, Kayla Hahn, in a time of 4:10.10. Ladies and gentlemen, your top two finishers this evening, swimming faster than the Olympic trial cut time for this event. And that's worthy of a round of applause, by the way. How about it? Here's the C final heat in the men's 400 freestyle. Lane one for Carmel Swim Club, William Lathrop. Two for Buckeye Swim Club, Cameron Pettit. Three for Scarlet Aquatic, Raymond Stelmark. Four for Lakeside Swim Team, Alexander Teesing. Five for Fast Tigers, Luke Parsons. Six for Michigan Lakeshore Aquatics, Joseph Engel. Seven for Scarlet Aquatics, Jacob King. And eight for Greater Toledo Aquatic, London Rising. Alexander Thiessen, Lakeside, taking it out strong, turns at the 100, 52.70, head of the rest of the heat. Boy, he is on it. Cameron Pettit, Buckeye, lane two, turning in a 57.79. And Cherson, he was going for 200 time there. 151.35. He's going to continue on with the rest of his swim. Nothing like taking it out hard, huh? Cameron Pettit here in the C final. Second position, but it's going to be moving into the lead here in front of Alexander Teesing, who again was going for some sort of a 200 cut there. Cameron Pettit here at the 300, 303.42, just off to his left. Lane three, Raymond Stelmark, Scarlet Aquatic. Turns second at the 300, 303.95. Coming into the finish, Cameron Pettit from Buckeye, lane 2. Pettit, 4:05.07. Here's the P final in the men's 400 free. Here in the B final, lane 1 for Carmel Swim Club, Anderson Kopp. 2 for Carmel, Lewis Sang. 3 for Indiana University, Elliot Weissel. 4 for Northern Kentucky Clippers, Elijah Shoya. 5 for Indiana University, Leonardo Pelez. 6 for Carmel Swim Club, Ethan Sang. 7 for Mason Manor Race, Jason Zhao. And in lane 8 for Greater Kalamazoo, Elijah Rolfson. Elijah Shoyet, Northern Kentucky Clippers at the 100. 56.69. Head of Elliot Weissel, Indiana University, lane 3 at a 57.89. Shoyat here at the 200. 155.74. Lane 5, Pelez, turning at a 158.34. Weissel, third in lane 3. Shoyat picking up his pace. The prior 50, 29.37. 29.88. Looked like he was going faster. Just a smidge slower. But still a sizable lead here in his final 100 of the B final. And the B final here in the men's 400 freestyle come to a close as Elijah Shoyet, Northern Kentucky Clippers, puts up a time of 3:53.53. Now bringing out the A final heat of the men's 400 freestyle. Swimming in lane 1 this evening from Alto Swim Club, Clark Wakeland. Lane 2 from Fishers Area Swimming Tigers, Jonathan Hines. Lane 3 from Carmel Swim Club, Aaron Shackle. Lane 4 from Fishers Area Swimming Tigers, Luke Whitlock. Lane 5 for Indiana University, Mason Carlson. Lane 6 for Scarlet Aquatics, Sadadin. Lane 7 for Fast Tigers, Isaac Fleeg. And in lane 8, swimming unattached only, Nicholas Saboigo in the A final of the men's 400 freestyle, right here, right now. Meet record in the men's 400 freestyle, 3:47.50 by Charles Houchin of Club Wolverine in 2009. And the Olympic trial cut in this event, 3:55.59. Aaron Shackle, Carmel Swim Club at the 100 out in a 54.53. Ahead of Luke Whitlock of Fast in lane 4. Aaron Shackle out in front of the rest of the A final heat here. This morning at the 200, he was a 1:58.03, well ahead of that this evening as he turns at the 200, 1:52.81. Ahead of Luke Whitlock of Fast Tigers. And third, Jonathan Hine of Fast Tigers in lane 2. Aaron Shackle at the 300, 2:50.96. Over 8 seconds quicker than his morning swim at the 300-meter mark. Aaron Shackle already with his Olympic trial cut in this event, but they're always looking to lower it to get a better seed time for the big event coming up at Lucas Oil Stadium in the middle of June. Olympic trial cut time in this event, 3:55.59. Aaron Shackle this morning with a swim 3:58.94. He's going to be well ahead of that as he hits the wall in a time of 3:48.92. Aaron Shackle. Luke Whitlock, Fast Tigers, he touches in a 3:51.62. That is quicker than the Olympic trial cut standard as well. So 2 Olympic trial qualifiers right there in lanes 3 and 4 in the A final heat. Nice job, gentlemen. Ready now to bring out our Paris swimmer heat in the 400 freestyle. Swimming in lane 4 from Mako Swim Team, Carson Bruner. And in lane 5 from Atlanta Swimming, Timothy Donan Jr. .400 freestyle. Carson Bruner, Mako Swim Team, out this morning. A 105.98, 106.08 this evening. Timothy Donan turned at the 100, 112.41. Pretty close to what he went out in on the first 100 this morning in his preliminary swim in this event. Carson Bruner's picked it up now, 217.30. They're at the 200. That was quicker than where he was at the 200 this morning. Timothy Donan at the 200, 233.82. We need coaches from the following clubs to make sure they get their relay cards turned in. Boilermaker Aquatic, Franklin Regional, and Surge. We need coaches from Boilermaker Aquatic, Franklin Regional, and Surge. Please stop by. I see Tracy here at the head table. Make sure she's got your relay cards. Carson Bruner turning a 392.82 at the 300. Again, still quicker than his swim of this morning. Returned at the 300 in a 331.35. So 50 meters left here for Carson Bruner, a Mako swim team. Carson Bruner, Mako swim team on a wall at a time of 4:43.32. That's a nice drop from his morning swim, 4:45.27. Timothy Donan Jr. from Atlanta Swimming coming in. Under the backstroke flags and into the wall. Donan with a time this evening, 5:20.17. Nice job, gentlemen. And now the D final in the men's 400 free. Lane one of this D final from Greater Kalamazoo, Casey Kupka. 2 for Irish Aquatics, Carter Schultz. 3 for Club Wolverine, Christopher Gregg. 4 for Scarlet Aquatics, Barack Aloglu. 5 for Fast Tigers, Anthony Adams. 6 for Mason Manta Rays, Arjun Valiutham. 7 for Scarlet Aquatics, Reed Stellatella. And in lane 8 for Karma Swim Club, Noah Muller. Turn, you can throw a blanket over that and say all turn basically dead even with Alaglo around first, 59.37. Very close race here. Anthony Adams of Fast Tigers turns at the 200, 203.42. Head of Alaglu of Scarlet Aquatics in lane 4. And third, Christopher Gregg of Club Wolverine in lane 3. All right, somebody's going to bust loose out of this grouping here. You can sense it. Could be Anthony Adams from Fast Tigers. Adams split a 32.12 on the last 50. Let's see where he's at as he gets around here at the 300. 32.41 compared to 32.45 by Elaglu. That 300 split for Adams, 307.95. And Barack Elaglu from Scarlet Aquatics, lane 4. Looks like he now is making the move. And he does, jumps into the front ahead of Adams in lane 5. And it's the smackdown sprint down to the finish here in the D final of the men's 400 free. Alaglu of Scarlet Aquatics touching in a time 4:11.08. And now it's time to recognize our top 3 finishers in the men's 400 freestyle. Here they are, your top 3. Men's 400 freestyle. At third place from Fishers Area Swimming Tigers, Jonathan Hines. Second place from Fishers Area Swimming Tigers, Luke Whitlock. And your 2024 Spring Speedo Sectional Champion from Carmel Swim Club, Aaron Shackle, in a time 3:48.92. Ladies and gentlemen, your top 2 finishers here, swimming faster than the Olympic trial cut in the men's 400 freestyle. And now the award presentation in the men's 400 freestyle for our para swimmers. In second place this evening from Atlanta Swimming, Timothy Donan Jr. And the 2024 Spring Speedo Sectional Champion and the men's 400 freestyle from Mako Swim Team, Carson Bruner, in a time of 4:43.32. See final now in the women's 100 breaststroke. Lane 1 for Mason Manta Rays, Reese Riley. 2 for the Manta Rays, Alyssa Ullman. 3 for Southeastern Swim Club, Audrey Crawford. 4 for Hydra Aquatics, Madeline Bossler. Lane 5 for Central Ohio Aquatics, Alexis Pelks. 6 for Scarlet Aquatics, Kayla Rodriguez. 7 for Munster, Taylor Stasney. And 8 for Center Grove Aquatic, Carly Dodd. Leading the C final heat. Out of lane 7, Taylor Stasney from Munster, turning into 34.42. Second is Audrey Crawford, Southeastern Swim Club, lane 3. Pretty tight coming in here to the finish of the C final. And reaching for the wall, on the wall first is Audrey Crawford from Southeastern Swim Club. Her time, 112.96. And now the B final in this event. B final, lane 1 for Fast Tigers, Avery Stein. 2 for Club Wolverine, Stella Chapman. 3 for Ole Swimming, Susan LeGrand. 4 for Ohio State University, Reese Dehane. 5 for Valparaiso Swim Club, Madeline Morith. 6 for Lakeside Swim Team, Georgia Kaler. Lane 7 for Indiana University, Olivia Rumpin. 8 for Indiana University, Carolyn Fultz. There's the turn at the 50. Madeline Morth of Valparaiso out front, lane 5, 33.30. Headed Georgia Kaler at Lakeside in lane 6. Madeline Morth, lane 5 from Valparaiso. Quick charge, Reese Dehane, Ohio State in lane 4, charging down here to the finish. And touching first on a lane 7, Olivia Rump, Indiana University, in a time of 111.08. We now parade out the A final heat of the women's 100 breaststroke this evening. Swimming in lane 1 for Scarlet Aquatics, Daniela Carna. Lane 2 for Indiana University, Cabria Chapman. Lane 3 for Valparaiso Swim Club, Mary Cespedes. Lane 4 for Indiana Swim Club, Katrina Tetrakova. Lane 5 for Irish Aquatics, Lily Christensen. Lane 6 for Mason Manor Rays, Adeline Robillard. Lane 7 for Michigan Lakeshore Aquatics, Sophia Umstead. And in lane 8 for Carmel Swim Club, Molly Sweeney, in the A final of the women's 100 breaststroke here. Katrina Tetrakova from Indiana Swim Club, lane 4. Swam quicker than the Olympic trial cut time this morning. Trial cut in this event, 1:10:29. Tetrakova with a morning swim, 1:09:89. Tetrakova was a 33.00 at the 50, 32.07 tonight. Quicker by almost a second. Mary Cespedes Valparaiso lane 3, second. Katrina Tetrakova, Indiana Swim Club. One more stroke on the wall in a time of 107.51. Nice drop from this morning. And a nice swim there today in the women's 100 breaststroke by Katrina Tetrakova. 107.51. D final now in the women's 100 breaststroke. D final, lane 1 for Fast Tigers, Polina Sapova. 2 for North Coast Aquatic, Larissa Holda. 3 for Mason Manta Rays, Norris Smythe. 4 for Carmel Swim Club, Lucy Enoch. 5 for Central Ohio Aquatics, Madeline Davidson. 6 for Mason Manta Rays, Julia Gregory. 7 for Lake Erie Silver Dolphins, Nina Newton. And lane 8 for Atlanta Swimming, Avery Tack. Lucy Enoch from Carmel turns at the 134.80. Second, Nina Newton from Lake Erie Silver Dolphins, lane 7, 35.46. With Davidson from Central Ohio, third at the 50. And Enoch from Carmel in lane 4, 114.26. Award presentation now in a women's 100 breaststroke. In third place this evening from Irish Aquatics, Lily Christensen. Second place from Carmel Swim Club, Molly Sweeney. The 2024 Spring Speedo Sectional Champion of the Women's 100 Breaststroke from Indiana Swim Club, Katrina Tetrakova, and a time of 107.51. C final, men's 100 breaststroke. Lane 1 for Boilermaker Aquatic, Lucas Arnaldo. 2 for Summit City, Hayden Lynham. 3 for Southeastern Swim Club, Jahoon Jung. 4 for Greater Toledo Aquatic, Youssef Al-Akaris. 5 for Mason Manta Rays, Ryder Hicks. 6 for Carmel, Michael Gorey. 7 for Club Wolverine, Edward Zangen. 8 for Club Wolverine, Isaac Ednan. Al Akers from Greater Toledo out front, 30.58. Second is Jahoon Jung of Southeastern in lane 3. Into the wall they come. And we got Shahun Zhang from Southeastern Swim Club taking the C final heat in a time of 105.41. Now the B final in the men's 100 breaststroke. Lane 1 for Mako Swim team is Connor Bennett. 2 for Southeastern Swim Club, Colin Houston. 3 swimming unattached, Ole Carson Ricker. 4 for South Bend Swim Club, Christopher Bartmus. 5 for Ohio State University, Nathan Holte. 6 for Central Ohio Aquatics, Austin Carpenter. 7 for Alto Swim Club, Kevin Howe. And in lane 8 from Indiana University, Guillermo Cruz Zuniga. Austin Carpenter from Central Ohio Aquatics out front at the 50, 29.49 ahead of Ricker, Carson Ricker, unattached from Ole in lane 3. Austin Carpenter, Central Ohio Aquatics. Good lead coming into the wall here. In the B final, his time, 103.98. All right, we now bring out the A final heat in the men's 100 breaststroke. Swimming in lane 1 for Valparaiso Swim Club, Jonah Lee. Lane 2 for Indiana University, Harrison Herrera. 3 for Riptide, Quinlan Schroeder. 4 for UIndy, Braden Cole. 5 for Indiana University, Benson Wong. 6 for David YMCA Phantoms, Lucas Vickers. 7 for Club Wolverine, Luke Newcomb. And swimming in lane 8, unattached for Boilermaker Aquatic, Giorgio Mango in the A final of the men's 100 breaststroke. Meet record 10031 by Cody Miller of Sandpipers in Nevada in 2021. And the Olympic trial cut in this event, a 102.19. Braden Cole just off the Olympic trial cut time. He turned at the 50, 29.71 this morning. And out in front is Schroeder of Riptide as he turns into 29.28. Wong second at the 50 in lane 5. Lane 5, Benson Wong, Indiana University with the edge coming down here. Look at him cranking over here in this A final heat. Coming into the wall, Benson Wong of Indiana University, 101.76. And that is a swim quicker than the Olympic trial cut of a 102.19. Good job. He's excited about that. Very cool. And we now bring out our para swimmer heat here in the men's 100 breaststroke. Swimming in lane 3 this evening from Atlanta Swimming, Timothy Donan Jr. Lane 4 from Southeastern Swim Club, Aiden Stivers. Lane 5 from Firestone Akron, Emmett Martin. And in lane 6 from Livonia Community, Tyler Austin. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up for these swimmers here. Our Paris swimmer heat in the men's 100 breaststroke. Tyler Austin, Livonia Community in lane 6. Set the world record of the 200 breaststroke 2 nights ago. And on his way of that 200 breaststroke, set the world record of the 50 breaststroke and 100 breaststroke. Let's keep track of that as we go through our heat here. Tyler Austin, his 50 breaststroke split was a 39.57. Don't want to ignore the other swimmers, but as we've got Emmett Martin from Firestone Akron turning first in a time of 35.66. Austin turning in a 39.84, just off his 50 breaststroke world record split of the other night. Second at the 50, Aiden Stivers, Southeastern Swim Club. He set an American record in the preliminaries of the 200 breaststroke. And Aiden Stivers from Southeastern Swim Club scooting along underneath the backstroke flag into the wall. And Aiden Stivers, 114.82. Emmett Martin of Firestone, lane 5, 115.64. Timothy Donan's going to touch third from Atlanta Swimming, 126.33. And Tyler Austin from Livonia Community touches in a time of 126.99. And ladies and gentlemen, that is a new world record for the 100 breaststroke for Tyler Austin. That was quicker than his 100 breaststroke split the other night. So world record performance there by Tyler Austin in his category for Paris swimming. How cool is that? D final now in the men's 100 breaststroke. D final heat of the men's 100 breaststroke. Lane 1 for Drop Aquatics, Cameron Churowski. 2 for Byron Center, Ryder Nichols. 3 for Lake Erie Silver Dolphins, Erkis Inter. 4 for Franklin Regional, Alexander Reese. 5 for Westfield Aquatics, Griffin Barons Froman. 6 for Scarlet Aquatics, Brandon Anand. 7 for Mason Manarays, Brady Campbell. And in lane 8 for Center Grove Aquatic Club, Isaac Lewis. You got Alexander Reese, Franklin Regional, turning in a 31.50, ahead of Ryder Nichols of Byron Center in lane 2. Onto the wall here in the D final, and it's Alexander Reese from Franklin Regional, 107.41. Award presentation now on the men's 100 breaststroke. In third place this evening from Riptide, Quinlan Schroeder, a time of 102.69. Second place from UIndy, Braden Cole. And the 2024 Spring Speedo Sectional Champion of the men's 100 breaststroke from Indiana University, Benson Wong, in a time of 101.76. And the award presentation now for our para swimmers in the men's 100 breaststroke. In fourth place from Livonia Community Swim Club, well, let's see, third place, Timothy Donan Jr. from Atlantis. Second place from Firestone Akron, Emmett Martin. And our 2024 Spring Speedo Sectional Champion of the men's 100 breaststroke from Southeast Swim Club, Aiden Stivers, in a time of 114.82. And I know on the podium, we only traditionally recognize the top three. You got to recognize Tyler Austin from Livonia with a new world record in his para classification in the men's 100 breaststroke, a time of 126.99. So, pretty cool. Broke his own record from Thursday evening. Congratulations, gentlemen. C final of the women's 200 butterfly. C final, lane one for Club Wolverine. Jayla Kuzak, two for Mason Manarays. Addison Sholin. Lane three for Mooresville Area Swim Team, Lila Theriak. Four for Franklin Regional, Reagan Graves. Five for Scarlet Aquatics, Kathleen Toronto. Six for Fort Wayne Swim Team, McCartney Mailer. Seven for Buckeye Swim Club, Layla Fogelman. And a lane eight for Newburgh Sea Creatures, Edison Carlisle. Lila Theriak, Mooresville Area Swim Team, lane three. She's leading the C final heat into the 100 turn. 105.60. Second is Addison Carlisle, Newburgh Sea Creatures in lane eight, turning in a 106.10. Reagan Graves, Franklin Regional to the front at the 150. Carlisle still in second, lane eight. Theriak third in lane 3. Reagan Graves into the wall, 220.58. B final in the women's 200 butterfly. B final, lane 1, swimming unattached only. Vegeta Eggers, 2 for Livonia Community, Ella Zybach, 3 for Mason Manarays, Taylor Bacher, 4 for Carmel, Faith Gorey, 5 for Buckeye Swim Club, Kaiten Salas, 6 for Indiana University, Ava Whitaker, 7 for Lakeside, Sydney Brager, and in lane 8 for Club Wolverine, Ocean Villanov. Taylor Bacher now into the lead. Mason Manarays in lane 3. She turns at the 100 at time 105.17, ahead of Faith Gorey of Carmel in lane 4. We need a coaching representative from Franklin Regional. Coaching representative from Franklin Regional here at the head table, please. .150 turn. And still Bacher out in front. Salos now in second, lane 5. And third is Faith Gorey of Carmel, lane 4. Caitlin Salas, Buckeye Swim Club, edges to the front, coming in here on the B final heat of the women's 200 butterfly. And Caitlin's time, 2:17.62. Next up, we bring out the A final heat in the women's 200 butterfly. Here they come. Swimming in lane 1 for Michigan Lakeshore Aquatics, Ellie Todd. Lane 2 for Indiana University, Lily Hahn. 3 from Fast Tigers, Emily Wolf. Lane 4 for Carmel Swim Club, Alexandra Shackle. Lane 5 for Indiana University, Catherine Forster. Lane 6 for Carmel Swim Club, Lindsay Bowen. 7 for Indiana University, Avery Spade. And in lane 8 from Noblesville Swim Club, Hadassah Vos in the A final of the women's 200 fly. This should be a good one to watch. Coming into this sectional championship, Alexandra Shackle from Carmel already had the meet record. She broke her own record in preliminaries this morning. Took it out on the 50 in a 28.65. 28.11. Wow, quite a drop from this morning. Already on record pace. Alexandra Shackle from Carmel. Olympic trial cut in this event, 2:13.69. Second at the 50, Lindsey Bowen from Carmel. Third was Catherine Forrester of Indiana University. Shackle at the 100 on a record swim this morning, 101.10, and she turns in a 59.75. Again, let's make some noise as she comes out of the water. Get her down the pool. She's on the gas this evening here in the A final heat of the women's 200 butterfly. Forrester second in lane 5. Bowen third in lane 6. Shackle at the 150 this morning, 135.15, and she turns in a 132.89. Second position, Catherine Forrester, Indiana University, off the wall at the 150 and a 137.11, with Lindsey Bowen third in lane 6. Another outstanding record swim coming up here for Alexandra Shackle from Carmel. Make some noise. 2:08.78 this morning. She's going to bury that with a time this evening, 2:07.13. Alexandra Shackle breaking her record of this morning. Outstanding performance. And now the D final in the women's 200 butterfly. Meant to mention on that last swim, Alexandra Shackle also set the meet record in the women's 100 butterfly the other night at a 57.58. So she's been a busy young lady. Line up here in the D final of the women's 200 butterfly. Lane 1 for Mason Manarays, Emma Rosenbaum. 2 for Club Wolverine, Arden Buersdorf. 3 for Alto Swim Club, Tanisha Gupta. 4 for Southeastern Swim Club, Lacey Houston. 5 for Riptide, Stella Bushard. 6 for Fort Wayne Swim Team, Jordan Glassley. 7 for Westfield Aquatics, Evelyn Wheat. And 8 for Greater Toledo Aquatic, Paige Berkey. Stella Bushard from Riptide turning at the 100, 107.36. Ahead of Emma Rosenbaum and Mason Manarays in lane 1. Coming into the finish, Stella Bushard of Riptide, lane 5. And Stella touching in a time at 2:23.50. Award presentation now in women's 200 butterfly. In third place from Carmel Swim Club, Lindsay Bowen. Placing second from Indiana University, Catherine Forster. And the 2024 Spring Speedo Sectional Champion in a women's 200 butterfly from Carmel. She did it, setting a new meet record time, dropping her time from this morning at a 2:07.13, Alexandra Shackle. C final now in men's 200 butterfly. C final, lane 1 for Cardinal Community, Henry Coe. 2 for Zionsville, Gavin Coggin. 3 for Carmel, William Pugh. 4 for Boonville Aquatic Dolphins, Luke Pryor. 5 for Mason Manor Race, Colin Pressler. 6 for Greater Toledo Aquatic, Maximus Buff. 7 for Club Wolverine, Maddox Hemmons. And 8 for South Bend Swim Club, Archer Jankovic. Maximus Buff at the 100, 59.65, ahead of Colin Pressler, Mason Manor Race, 100.32. Henry Coe, Cardinal Community, lane 1. Wow, he has got a big lead here in the C final over the rest of the competitors. And Henry Coe touching it at 2:06.02. Here's the B final in the men's 200 butterfly. Line up here in the B final of the men's 200 fly. Lane 1 for Indiana Swim Club, Lucas Pagel. 2 for Mason Manor Race, Robert Karolf. 3 for Rocket Swim Club, Austin Sorge. 4 for Carmel, Carson Zotek. 5 for Scarlet Aquatics, Richard Poplowski. 6 for Indiana University, Alejandro Kincaid. 7 for Fast Tigers, Luis Sanchez. And 8 for Mason Manta Rays, Ethan Fang. We need a coach from Franklin Regional and Boilermaker here at the head table. Need to see a coach from Franklin Regional and Boilermaker here at the head table, please. Austin Sorge, Rocket Swim Club, lane 3, 58.93 at the 100. Poplowski turned just before him in lane 5 at a 58.81. Very close together as they turn at the 100. Ethan Fang at the 100 was third in lane 8. Poplowski still holds the lead in lane 5. Alejandro Kincaid, Indiana University, lane 6, now second. And we had a tie for third at the 150 between Karolf of Mason Manta Rays and Sorge of Rocket Swim Club. Bringing it down to the finish here. Richard Poplowski from Scarlet Aquatics going to take the B final heat. He dropped some nice time from this morning, 2:02.48. Time to bring out the A final heat now in the men's 200 butterfly. Swimming in lane 1 for Indiana University, Andrew Reeder. Lane 2 for Summit City Aquatics, Owen Lindsay. Lane 3 for Greater Kalamazoo, Liam Smith. Lane 4 for Carmel Swim Club, Greg Enoch. Lane 5 for Indiana University, Jimmy Cahill. Lane 6 for Carmel Swim Club, Andrew Shackle. Lane 7 for Grand Rapids Aquatics, Eric Perzak. And in lane 8 for Lakeside Swim Team, Boone Wilcox. Those are your A-Heat competitors in the men's 200 butterfly this evening. Aaron Shackle this morning in preliminaries set the new meet record, 157.04. Aaron Shackle competing for Carmel. Selected not to swim in the final session this evening. That makes Greg Enoch of Carmel the top seed, but we'll track Shackle's record pace from this morning. And Greg Enoch at the 50, 26.94. Greg Enoch's going to turn at the 100, 56.49. Greg Enoch at the 150, 127.32. Enoch's swim this morning, 158.90, quicker than the Olympic trial cut standard in the men's 200 fly of a 2:00.49. Greg Enoch's going to take the A final heat here this evening, 158.98. Solid swim there for Greg Enoch of Carmel Swim Club. Now the D final in men's 200 fly. D final lane 1 for Scarlet Aquatics, Anson Chen. 2 for Mako Swim Team, Cooper Burt. 3 for Greater Kalamazoo, Ben Boyd. 4 for Scarlet Aquatics, Owen Kitterling. 5 for Buckeye Swim Club, Brody Van Fran. 6 for Riptide, William Patrick Curran. 7 for Scarlet Aquatics, Sung Young Hung. And in lane 8 for Westfield Aquatics, Gareth Thomas. Owen Kitterling from Scarlet turns at the 100, 1:00.17. William Patrick Curran from Riptide, second in lane 6. .150 turn for Kitterling, 1:33.45. Curran still second in lane 6. And third, Van Fryen in lane 5. Owen Kitterling from Scarlet Aquatics comes in here in the D final with a time of 2:07.22. Award presentation now in the men's 200 butterfly. In third place from Carmel Swim Club, Andrew Shuckle. Second place from Indiana University, James Cahill. And the 2024 Spring Speedo Sectional Champion in men's 200 butterfly from Carmel Swim Club, Greg Enoch, in a time of 1:58.98. Congratulations, gentlemen. We are now going to have a 10-minute break, 10-minute warm-up break before we head into the men's 800 freestyle relay. The main competition pool is open for warm-up. Main competition pool is now open for warm-up for 10 minutes. Swimmers, feel free to take advantage. The main competition pool is open for warm-up during this 10-minute break. Coaches, you can get in too, no problem. Swimmers, you have 3 more minutes. 3 more minutes left of warm-up time. In the pool. 3 minutes in the pool, then we'll clear it. We need our timers back to their chairs, please. Timers, please report back to your chairs. About a minute 30 seconds. About a minute 30 seconds left in the pool before we clear it out and get organized for our final event of the evening. Four-time final heats coming up in the men's 800 freestyle relay. Heat one. Whitlock leads off for Fast Tigers A in lane 1. Aloglu for Scarlet Aquatic B in lane 2. Kiss for Scarlet Aquatics A in 3. Zhang for Carmel A in 4. Lincoln for Alto Swim Club A in 5. Payne for Mason Manarays A in 6. Enoch for Carmel B in 7. And Terrera for Zionsville A in lane 8. Greg Enoch has Carmel B out front as they turn at the 154.37. Head of Alto A. Again, Michael Lincoln leading off for Alto Swim Club in lane 5. Number 2 swimmers ready to go here for Carmel B. That's going to be Michael Gorey in lane 7. Lane 5 for Alto Swim Club, Clark Wakeland. And over in lane 1 for Fast, Jonathan Hines. Fast now out in front. Again, Jonathan Hines got Fast out front. Alto in second. Clark Wakeland. Carmel B in third. Again, that's Michael Gorey right now. Fourth for Scarlet. Lane 3 at that mark, that 300 mark. And that was Richard Poplowski swimming right now. Luke Parsons up next for Fast Tigers over in lane 1 for Scarlet Aquatic. Eric Lee, Carmel B, third, and Carson Zotek in the water now. Anchor swimmers ready to go. And for Fast Tigers now, away, Isaac Fleeg. For Scarlet Aquatic, sated in. And Carmel A now into the third position, Carter Headley. Good race down here to the finish. Fast Tigers over in lane one. Closing quickly, Scarlet Aquatics. Isaac Fleeg breathing over to his right. He sees the competition coming up. Sated in, anchoring for Scarlet Aquatics in three. But Fishers is going to get on the wall. First in a time of 7:35.38. Just off the meet record time, 7:34.21 in that event. Swum by Cincinnati Marlins in 2009. So close, but not quite there. Still a great swim for Fast Tigers. Heat 2 coming up now in the men's 800 freestyle relay, this time final event. Heat 2, lane 1, leading off. Christensen for Utica Shelby. Pica for Firestone Akron in 2. Lloyd for Central Ohio Aquatics 3 and 3. Patterson for Mason Manta Rays in 4. Ednan for Club Wolverine in 5. Coup for Fast Tigers. Their B relay in lane 6. Kortsnack for Boilermaker Aquatic in 7. And I don't have any names for the Franklin Regional Swim Team swimmers on my sheet in front of me. But it looks like Smith up next. He's standing behind the block. Number 2 swimmers locked, loaded, and ready to go. In lane 6 for Fast Tigers B, it's going to be Anthony Adams. Away over in lane 4 for Mason Manta Rays, their B relay. Brady Campbell. Third over in lane 1, Utica Shelby, Jackson Lugsden. And Franklin Regional, fourth in lane 8. Ryder Hicks up next for Mason Manarays B relay in lane 4. Lane 6 for Fast Tigers B, Thomas Johanneman. Third for Central Ohio in lane 3, Austin Carpenter. All right, anchor swimmers ready to go here in heat 2. Lane 4 for the Manta Rays, Malinga Cole. Lane 6 for Fast Tigers, Luis Sanchez. For Utica Shelby over in lane 1, Pierce Marchese. Closed up there at the finish. Mason Manta Rays their B relay touching in a time 7:59.96. Heat 3. Heat 3, we got Deke leading off for Westerville. A in lane 1, Greg for Club Wolverine, B in 2. Boyd for Greater Kalamazoo, A in 3. Lindsay for Summit City Aquatics, A in 4. McCurdy for Fort Wayne, A in 5. Ledesma for Michigan Lakeshore, A in 6. Patterson for Valparaiso, A in 7. And Schneider for Pohana in lane 8. What a battle here in Heat 3. Valparaiso out in front, Cade Kennedy up next. Look at that race for second, third, fourth. Wow. Underway for Summit City. Hayden Lynham. Third, Fort Wayne Swim Team, Carson Collier. Fourth, Pohana in lane 8, Andre Filichuk. Wow, this is a fantastic race here. Valparaiso, Cade Kennedy now into the lead. Lane 4, Hayden Lynham with Summit City Aquatics. This is the second swimmers in Heat 3 here. Greater Kalamazoo, Elijah Rolfson trying to challenge on Summit City. Lane 6, Michigan Lakeshore, Joseph Engel. This is crazy. Up next for Summit City in lane 4, Logan Przewinski. Lane 6 for Michigan Lakeshore, Owen Carlson. Now underway in lane 3 for Greater Kalamazoo, Casey Kupka. Look at that, dead even for the lead. Club Wolverine, Samuel Campbell. Club Wolverine into the lead now, over in lane 2. Summit City Aquatics. By a whisker, they're out in front. Still, anybody's race here. Club Wolverine in 2, Kalamazoo in 3, Summit City in 4. Kalamazoo edged into the front now. Liam Smith now underway for Greater Kalamazoo. For Club Wolverine, Edward Zhang, and for Summit City Aquatics in lane 4, Jackson Pyle. Liam Smith starting to pull away from the rest of the field, the Heat 3 field here. You know, Edward Zhang, apologize for that. Edward Zhang for Club Wolverine, pulling away from the rest of the field. And with 100 to go. Second position, Jackson Pyle, Summit City Aquatics, and then Greater Kalamazoo with Liam Smith. Racing it down to the finish. Club Wolverine out front. Liam Smith trying to close the gap on Jackson Pyle for Summit City. Club Wolverine, 7:57.05. Heat 4. Our final race of the day here, day 3 of the Spring Speedo Sectionals in Indianapolis here at the IU Natatorium. Underway, we got Hugh leading off for Bowling Green in 2, Neural for Milford area in 3, Burt for Mako in lane 4, Rigler for Hydra in 5, McLaughlin for Surge in 6, Linus for Center Grove in 7, and Dolans for Zionsville in lane 8. Henry Linus has Center Grove out in front as they turn at the 157.73. Second, lane 6, Surge, Logan McLaughlin. Max height underway for Center Grove and lane 7. For Surge now, Carter Ramsey. For Mako in lane 4, Connor Norton. Caleb Heck now underway for Center Grove in lane 7. For lane 6 for Surge coming up, Spencer Dunn. 3rd position for Milford area, Cameron Barclay. Moses Weaver for Center Grove. There he goes. He's got a nice lead built up here in Heat 4. Second position, Mako in lane 4. Connor Bennett now underway. 3rd position, Milford area swim team in 3. Landon Crum. Moses Weaver still maintaining that lead for Center Grove in lane 7. 100 to go. The race here in 3 and 4. Landon Crum for Milford in 3. Connor Bennett for Mako in 4. Milford area with the slight edge in lane 3. Again, less than, well, they got about a length and a half to go. Center Grove Aquatic Club coming in here. They're going to win Heat 4 in a time of 8:15.71. Still that close race over there, Milford area and Mako, with Milford area touching second and Mako touching third. And that finishes up day 3. One more to go here in the 2024 Spring Speedo Sectionals. Tomorrow, we're going to see competition in the 200 IM, the 100 free, 400 medley relay, the 1500 free, and the 800 freestyle. So great swimming today. Thank you, timers, for everything that you've done. Thank you, USA Swim officials. You guys are the best. And we'll see you back here bright